Welcome to episode 6 of Bros on Nuggs.
Saturday.
Big episode. Episode 6. Big episode.
Good.
Thank you. All right.
You got skills.
We're still working on intros, but we're excited about that one, I think. Liz, what about you?
The big 6?
Yeah, big episode 6.
Saturday.
Come on down to Bros on Nuggs, episode 6.
I missed it. Is this episode 6?
Yes, episode 6.
Okay.
With special guests here.
It's called repetitive marketing.
Yeah. It's important.
Yeah, it's part of it.
This episode, we are not just lucky, but graced to be joined by the one and only Liz Davis Graff. If you follow her on social media on Facebook, hashtag, what's your Insta hashtag?
At Lizzie Be Dangerous.
At Lizzie Be Dangerous on
dangerous.
Instagram. If you like shots of people hiking,
Yep.
that's where to go.
And babies.
And babies.
Mountain lion footprints.
Mountain lion. Pretty sure it was a mountain lion. Did you see that?
No, I did not see that.
I actually didn't post that picture. It was the group that I was with, but yes,
Oh,
there was
I
actually.
I didn't know. I don't have Insta.
Was there any scat?
No,
You
but
could have dissected the scat to see what it ate last.
we did
Why
not
didn't
see
you do that?
scat. We didn't see scat.
Oh, you saw no scat.
No, mountain lion scat.
I got to do that in college.
Now-
in my classes, we dissected all sorts of scat
I'm the scat man.
Why?
Would you say you're the
Why?
scat man?
because it was about trail restoration and running and working in parks. It was
Do you
preparing.
Parks and Rec
It was
outdoors?
preparing you to be a park ranger.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
And so we went camping at the National Tortoise Reserve in
St. George?
St. George, Utah. Yeah.
Can I say every time you called me from college and you're like, I'm going on a 10-day backpacking trip for my major, I was just like, really? I had to write 20-page papers,
Well,
and you're going on a
English versus recreation. I mean,
Wait, did you have to look at tortoise scat?
no, we
Oh,
went.
okay.
What we were doing.
scat.
What we were doing there. We were there. We were there to.
I didn't
we're
know
episode
that
6,
tortoise
7.
poo was called
we
scat.
were there to do.
All poo's called
Yeah,
scat.
we were there to do trail restoration, and they told us if we found owl scat or coyote scat,
Uh-huh.
that we were helping the Park Service. They wanted us to dissect it and bring any bones or hair back, so they taught us how to do it in our campground
To see what they were eating.
to see what they were eating. Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
So, human poos and scat?
No, it is. Well, if it's on the trail.
If it's on the trail, I mean, I don't think
Yeah.
you want to. No one wants to dissect.
Remember? Oh, dude. Oh, by the way, this is the best Nuggets coverage in 80909. And
Always.
if you follow the 80909, you know that there was a rogue pooper, 5-6 years ago. He
No,
pooped
that's
it.
it, yeah.
No, wasn't it before that? Or was that the chick runner?
I don't know, but there was someone who was pooping at Boulder Park over there. Do you not remember? You
No,
used
this
to
is
tell
true.
me.
This is true.
Yeah.
It was in the news, man.
Liz, are you ready to come clean?
It was not.
It wasn't you.
Uh,
Okay.
Not
Fine.
in the 80909.
All right.
that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but it's true. There were people pooping in the park and on the sidewalk intentionally.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Colorado Springs.
Hey, 80909. Good
Represent.
stuff. Represent. The 719-80909. We are the greatest Nuggets coverage here. Episode 6. Everyone, I'm glad you're joining us here. We just finished up an East Coast road trip and a thrashing. Well, I don't know if you can call it thrashing, but anytime I beat Golden State, I want to call it a thrashing because it makes me feel better about it because they used to just crush us, right?
Felt good.
Can we settle something right now?
Yeah.
Which coast has the best rap game, East Coast or West Coast?
Was sweet.
What's that?
I'm biased on the west side.
Yeah. Liz?
West Coast.
Yes! West Coast. Good.
Mm,
Do you have a favorite West Coast rapper?
Tupac.
Tupac, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite Tupac song?
Is it what? Dear Mama?
Of
Oh,
course,
that's a cute one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite Tupac song other than Hit 'Em Up?
Picture me rolling.
Oh, man.
Or All Eyes on Me?
All Eyes on Me.
I liked
Oh,
the collab with Dre, California.
California Love.
How do you want it?
Oh, How Do You Want It? It's a good one. Wow.
I
man.
really enjoyed that whole album, strictly for my
Yep,
friends.
your friends. And
Strictly for my friends.
I just think
Yeah.
another question you should ask is whether or not the coasts are relevant right now when rap is so big in Chicago.
Chicago
Oh,
and
Chicago rap. Yeah.
Chicago rap, in my opinion, is the best rap. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge hip hop fan. Okay, as we all are, I think. But I think Chicago has the best hip hop right now. If you guys are looking for hip hop out of Chicago, I suggest Saba.
You love Saba.
I do like Saba. I like Chance the Rapper. I'll admit
Chance
it.
the rapper. Chance the rapper.
But he's more mainstream these days. Okay, good talk.
Common.
So Common. Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
We all agree. We all agree that West Coast rap is better than East Coast rap. Was Biggie
In the
overrated?
90s.
No.
No, Biggie was good.
Was he?
Yeah, I thought Biggie
I think
was good.
it's Puff.
Puff Daddy's the worst.
Puff.
Well,
was-
Puff Daddy killed Biggie so that Puff Daddy could
I mean, can you
make
name
more money.
what other rapper East Coast can you really? I mean, Nas.
Oh, I love J Live.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. J Live is probably my favorite East Coast rapper.
Where are the Living Legends from, Dave?
California.
California?
Yeah, they're West Side.
You know, people think that Bone Thugs and Harmony was West Coast, but they're actually from Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yes, they are from
Fun
Cleveland.
fact.
Uh,
Fun fact.
Name an NBA basketball player from Cleveland.
Darius Garland.
Okay.
there you go.
LeBron's not. He's from Akron, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I like the.
Oh, like who grew up in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Or plays for the
No,
Cavaliers?
not playing for the Cavs are maybe the most irrelevant team in the NBA
Yeah, I
right
don't
now.
think
I
Darius
liked,
Garland's from Cleveland.
the Dayton family out of Houston.
Yeah, they were good.
Houston rap has
they were
a little
Houston
spot.
has
for
Oh,
Chopped
dude,
and Screwed.
Atlanta rap right now.
Yeah,
Atlanta
ATL.
Oh, dude, Atlanta rap.
There's spots. But back in the day, there was the East-West rivalry, and we definitely all sided with the West Side.
With what?
I'm gonna push this out here because we're all fans of these two rappers. E40 and Too Short just released a collab album
Oh wow!
together.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'll listen to that. on my
Thank
way
you,
home.
Jeremy Heiberger. All right.
Is it on Google Play?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I'm listening to that.
Hey guys, what a great little road trip, right? Nothing
Figured
like
it out a little bit.
so. Okay, so we start 1-4. The Nuggets do, but since then we are now 5-2.
No. What do you mean? Are we like 6
No,
and 6?
no,
Yeah,
no,
yes.
no.
We are-
These are total record.
We are
It's like
6-6
since-
overall.
Since
Yeah.
then, yeah.
Really threw
So
me.
we're starting to play well. Really threw me.
Yeah. Thank you, Liz.
You're right. We are 6
We are
and 6,
6 and
Liz.
6. Yeah.
This is correct.
We started 1-4, and now we have gone 5-2 since.
Oh, okay.
Which
Which is trying to say we're getting our mojo.
I'm not a math major, but it's 6 and 6 when you add those up. And we're on episode 6. This is all blending together.
About
6.
six.
Oh, wow. Oh no.
Yeah. Sign of the beast.
Oh no.
No, good things are gonna happen.
Right before inauguration. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, there's nothing like an East Coast road trip to get your confidence up, right? Like people forget how bad the East is. I mean, kudos to Miami last year for making a run, and I like the Miami team that they have assembled, and they're fun to watch. And
It's just getting better, man.
they are slowly getting better, aren't they?
All the hard trade. We'll get to that later.
We will get to that later.
Yes.
Cheers. But the East is always going to be a league or a conference. What do you call it? A conference? The Eastern Conference is always going to be worse than the Western
Inferior.
Conference. Yeah.
It's the little brother.
And you can see that when you go and play the Sixers, a depleted Sixers team. We talked about this last week, but dominated them. And then the Knicks, everyone was high on the Knicks, like, whoa, what a great start by the Knicks.
Well, they were like 5-2 or something.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
just
Thibodeau's gotten playing defense.
yeah.
They're one of the better defensive teams.
And we're gonna talk about this later,
They're
but
the Knicks, though.
RJ Barrett, man, we got to talk about.
Talk
Is it?
about this
Yeah, we got to
later. You
talk
said
about
it.
Barrett later, and whether he's working out for the Knicks. But we go into New York, and the Knicks were supposed to be having this great start, and we just crushed them, which was sweet. And then let's be real, Kevin Durant is the truth, and the Nets are something that every team in the NBA should worry about now, which we'll talk about later.
Should have beat them though too.
we
That
should have
third quarter,
beat them. We gave up a
horrendous third
lead.
quarter.
But ultimately, as I said, we're 5-2 since that poor start. Our losses are to the Nets and the Mavs, and thankfully the Mavs lost last night to the Bucks, right? But we're in a good spot, is what I'm thinking right now, guys. And there's nothing like an East Coast road trip to get a Western Conference team back on their feet.
Get us some mojo.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy with where we are. The win over Golden State, which we'll talk about for sure, is I think a good W.
It was a good,
Not a great one. All right, cool. So let's talk real quick. That Knicks game, we're going to sort of recap the week and just talk about the games and our reflections on them. The Knicks game had a lot of good things going on, right? Where I'd like to start, though, is with RJ Barrett. Is he going to help? From what I watched in that game, and Liz, you can comment at any point in time. From what I watched in that game, RJ Barrett is he's not the guy. He's not going to be the guy. He could be a piece to the Knicks.
He's a piece. He's not the guy.
But I don't think he's the guy. And I really feel bad for him because I like RJ Barrett. I don't like a lot of kids coming out of like Kentucky and Duke. And, I think they're overrated at times.
Yeah, when you picked him at third, what was he, 2 or 3?
It was 3.
Was he 3?
Because he came out, yeah.
I don't remember.
I mean, with the Knicks, you need him to be a star.
Yes.
And he's a good player. But, yeah, you're right. He's not going to be a star, I don't think. I mean, right now, the best player on the Knicks is Julius Randle.
Isn't that weird to say?
I'm still bitter bunnies from Julius Randle for breaking Millsap's hand or wrist. So.
Exactly. And they mentioned that in pregame, by the way, the bad blood between those two. And Paul Millsap continues to just shine. I'm so proud of the way that old man is playing, dude. Paul Millsap continues to shine. And he did so in that Knicks game as well.
Didn't Barrett go to college with Zion?
Yeah. Yep, and Duke.
So yeah, I mean, he was second fiddle at Duke to Zion, who is a hell of an athlete, freakish athlete. And so he needs more. He's not the man. They thought he could be the man. Mm-hmm. But when you go back and you actually, if you think back to, not that I watched a lot of Duke that year, but I definitely watched the Duke North Carolina games. Those are always fun to watch, but you could definitely tell that he needs another star, if you will, for him to meet his expectation, because he can't be the only guy.
I think he's not the one-on-one pick and roll player that they thought they might be getting with RJ Barrett, because a lot of people were comparing him to James Harden out of the draft in regards with the pick and roll possibilities. I didn't see any pick and roll with RJ Barrett.
No.
Did you?
A little bit, but the problem with RJ Barrett is his shot's not there now from the outside. I mean, I don't watch the Knicks consistently, but I watched him last year because I'm interested in his career. Like you mentioned, playing second fiddle to Zion.
He'll be good. He'll be good. He's just got to get. You got to get.
He's not going to be all-star.
No,
he could make it to all-star. He's just got to get the right people around him. He can't lead a team. He needs to be part of.
Yeah. He's not going to be a superstar.
No, he's not going to be a superstar. He could maybe be a all-star one day. I mean, I think he has the talent to do that, but for that to happen, he's going to need to have some pieces put around him to help him.
And he's going to have to learn to hit the three.
Yep.
Okay. The Knicks game was fun for me to watch because, again, I thought it was like a real professional effort. We had moments. I don't know if you guys can think back to a week ago.
I can.
We had moments where I was nervous, but for the most part, we showed up that game, even during our El Guapo session. Yeah. If Julius Randle is your best player, that's a bad sign. In the Knicks game, there was one thing I was happy to see, and that was just amazing defense throughout the game.
Good defense.
In the first quarter for sure, but even throughout the game, they showed up.
I liked when we went zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was nice to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Tim. He's not so against zoning it up every now and then because a lot of teams are doing that.
Well, yeah, it's tough to run zone completely as your only defense in the NBA.
Well, the Knicks can't shoot the three. Why not?
Exactly. When you're throwing it, that's why a lot of people run the zone against us.
Yeah,
because we're not consistent from outside.
Yeah.
So if you can take that, powerful away from him and throw a little something different at him, I think were we only doing it after makes or something?
Mm-hmm.
It was something like that. We weren't constantly doing it, and we only did it for a short period. But
sounds like Coach Gas.
When we did it, it was great.
1-3-1 after match.
Liz, are you more of a man-to-man person or a zone person?
I'm more of a man-to-man.
then why did we have a third child?
That's what led to.
Oh, geez.
Man,
Oh, all right. Okay.
Now
Yeah.
you're playing
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
They're not here.
Okay then. Yes. We are zoning in the Graf household because we
Zones.
have 2 adults and
Parenting zones.
3 children. Harper's though starting to transition into more of a. She can help us in the zone. So she's like a middle. She's like
Is she the baseline of the 131?
yeah. She's the base. She can go back.
Yeah.
She can run hard.
She's versatile.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Scott likes RJ Hampton. So do I. You guys?
I haven't seen him enough. I mean, we talked about him a couple weeks ago because he got a few minutes, and we were hoping that this would start seeing minutes for RJ, but it's hasn't progressed to that. So I would love to see him, but I guess we're starting to figure out our rotations a little bit more, and Compazzo's figuring out his spots, and they love PJ Dozier because of his defensive versatility. Same with like all those guys, you know, you want to see those younger players because they drafted them, and you want to see Nanji, you want to see RJ, you want to see Bull, but we're not going to see him consistently, man, unless some COVID stuff happens.
It will.
I like RJ.
Yeah.
I said this early on. I thought it was a steal of the draft, trading up to get him in the first round. I really liked that. He's a young kid. He's 19 years old. He's still trying to. Yeah, he played in a professional league in New Zealand last year, so he has played professional basketball. But we all know New Zealand professional basketball is not on cue with the NBA. So he's learning his way, and he may have to spend some time on the bench to learn his way, and he may only get junk minutes. And that's partially because he's a 19-year-old rookie, but it's also partially because I'm going to repeat myself. Malone doesn't like playing rookies.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think he's a great addition. I think he could be great for us moving forward. Now, like Will said, if we get some COVID stuff, you're going to see him play a little bit more. I don't think we'll get to see him as much as we want this season. But he's one of those people that we drafted not necessarily to help us for this year, but to help us for next year and the year after that, moving forward.
Exactly.
And I think he'll be one of those guys that's going to replace some of our wing people. Maybe he replaces a Gary Harris, or he replaces a Barton down the road in a year or two.
What I see in a couple of years is actually him being the point guard and Jamal Murray being the shooting guard, because RJ can get to the rim whenever he wants.
Real fast. Reminds me of De'Aaron Fox a little bit.
Yeah. He's going to be able to get to the rim whenever he wants, and he's going to create open shots for people. And when he starts figuring it out with him and Jamal as the shooting guard, I know they're really trying to work with RJ on his defense. And I think that's one of the big things that he's working on as a rookie is figuring out NBA defense. And if he does, and he can, or maybe he comes in the second unit, obviously this is like several years down the road. Cross my fingers.
Right.
But yeah, I know Scott loves him.
Scott does love him.
I think what's really cool to hear is his work ethic, is what we're hearing out of the Nuggets, is how hard he's working, and he has attitude right now. He has a great attitude, even though he's not playing a lot. He doesn't, he's not whining about the role that he has, and you can tell when players are playing well, like he's up and jumping up and down, and
he's
it's
in
cool.
it.
It's cool.
He's involved from the bench, which is great for a young guy.
And Malone says he works his butt off in practice, so that's good.
I just thought it was fun to watch him a little bit against the Knicks because, again, I thought the Knicks game was a really big professional effort.
He wasn't afraid. They put him in, and he started attacking the basket. He was playing his game, which was awesome to see.
Yeah. Liz, your thoughts on people who go by their first initial, middle initial, and last name, such as RJ Hampton. Yours would be LD Graf. Do you like first initial, middle initial, and the last name? Do you like that? Or would you prefer to go by Liz?
Or EA. She'd be Elizabeth Ann.
So good point. Yeah, EA.
Yeah, not LD.
Wow, I was way off there.
I don't really have a preference.
So you would be happy to go by EA Graf?
No, not me.
When you legally
I think it's a sports thing.
Sports thing.
Do you like going by TA Graf?
No. Well, I don't have the initials. TA. Sounds like you're a teacher's assistant.
Yeah.
Nobody likes teachers
with Theo.
But you don't want him to go by.
With Theo, we are always wondering when he gets older if he's going to want to go by TJ.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Right?
Maybe.
Hopefully not. Hopefully he likes Theo.
Hopefully not.
But
hopefully he likes Theo.
There you know how I feel about it.
Well, then don't call him TJ.
Yeah,
if you're just calling him Theo, I mean, if at a small age the child's being called TJ or RJ or whatever, it's going to catch on. I don't think it's something they choose later.
Anything J works out for you, though. You can't, J. The second,
It's the J.
It's the J.
It's always the J.
DL graph. I don't know.
DL graph.
AJ.
DL graph kind of works. EA graph is cool because it's like your own
EA Sports.
Exactly.
EA graph.
Yeah. Welcome to the game.
I love
It's in the
EA
game.
Sports.
It's in the game. Yeah, that's what it is. It's in the game.
Bring
All right.
back NCAA football, the A.
Before we talk the Nets game, which was our one disappointment this week.
But the bench scored 54 points against the Knicks.
Oh, good. Yeah.
We weren't. I know we were talking about that. Was one thing I wanted to highlight was because I've been so hard on the bench in our 5 previous episodes, but they kind of shut me up against the Knicks. They scored 54 points.
Yeah.
They all came out ready to play. They even came out and played great defense at the beginning of that second quarter, which was great to see because we've all struggled defense. We had a huge discussion in episode 5 about the El Guapo. They've proved me wrong. The third quarter was the El Guapo this week.
Yeah, we owe Dave an apology.
Well, I'm still going to kind of
episode
stick
5.
to the middle of the game, but I will say I ate my words last week. But I've seen some bad second quarters, but definitely third quarter this last week killed us. But 54 points by our bench was awesome.
Another thing before maybe I guess it's just in general what we've been seeing lately is Harris and Barton. I know they're my 2 favorites.
Yep.
Are playing better.
Yep.
I mean, both of them. I know Gary's been out the last couple games for personal reasons, but it's really good to see their offense get going. So I think that's a big part of it. And also Hartenstein.
Hartensteinless.
Man, that dunk. The dunk.
That was a great dunk.
Oh,
Yeah, it was good to see him
awesome
going.
dunk.
He's been playing better.
He's been playing. Well, they've been giving him minutes and letting him run a little bit and
Yeah.
trusting him.
Exactly.
So.
I still think he misses easy baskets.
He does miss
I
some.
thought he'd be a better free throw shooter.
He was supposed to be.
All those things. He misses some bunnies in the paint where you're like, it's an easy little where even you're like, Plumlee makes that. But I agree with you, Liz.
He seems a little uncoordinated for his size.
Uncoordinated.
I don't know if he's uncoordinated.
Why do you think he's uncoordinated? Liz?
Because he missed some easy baskets.
There you go.
There it is. Okay.
Maybe he lacks touch. So I guess that is coordination.
Liz, real quick, would you tell us the story about the time that you ran down the basketball court with a shoe in your hand?
I don't think there's much to tell about that story.
Okay, so that's the story then.
Okay.
Good talk.
Was that in high school?
It was in
Yes.
high school. I was there.
It was a JV game. Somebody stepped on my
She didn't know what
foot.
to do, so she ran down the court with her
Yeah,
shoe.
and they didn't call timeout.
They didn't. They were butt heads.
It reminds me of the time when Will and I played JV basketball, and he got to suit up for varsity.
The Davises, let's gain up on him. Let's
Yeah,
do
they
this.
gave him like because when you're JV players, they
They would
always
have a
just
drawstring.
They would give you the extra shorts and jersey.
They
at
have
the
a
end.
drawstring, man.
So they gave.
I didn't think I
Will-
was getting in. I couldn't even warm up.
Will tell the story and interrupt. But yeah, so like what it was as a JV player, it was a reward for playing great in your game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not dogging on him in that aspect. He had a great game. What was hilarious was watching him try to play defense one-handed because, like he said, he had no drawstring. He was running up and down the court with his hands, just holding his shorts, trying to play defense and switching his hand. It was, as someone sitting on the bench, I think I had a concussion or something,
That's
so
probably
I wasn't
pretty funny.
playing. Lots of concussions in high school for this man. But I just remember thinking that was really funny.
It
It was like one of the first times, maybe not the first time, but it was
I
like
remember when Gus told me I'm going in.
it was
I'm like,
lots of
oh, no.
minutes.
These
That's
shorts
hard enough.
don't fit.
It was hard enough during warm-ups because they were like falling down. I would jump for a layup. I'd be like, oh.
Well, if you guys know the Davises at all, it's hard for them.
Not
Like
to be awkward.
their waist, your guys' waist just in general is not good for pants. Like they just kind of. I'm trying to say this without being like weird.
Okay.
You are okay.
No, you guys don't have like your pants always. Yeah, they're flat. So your pants always just like.
Will was skinny in high school. He's still skinny
Yeah, I
compared to us
don't
now.
have a butt. I get it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
Davises don't have a butt. Get it.
Yeah. Okay. Good tangent. Why didn't you throw your shoe at someone, Liz?
I didn't.
I don't know where this fits, but Nikola Jokic joined Oscar Robinson as the only player ever to score 200 points, 100 rebounds, and 100 assists in the first 10 games.
Yeah. Oh man.
Having a trip down.
He's only the second player to put up those numbers in the first 10 games.
Nikola Jokic is awesome. Let's just throw it out there.
That's why I'm wearing my Jokic jersey.
He is transcendent, I think, for a big. He is so fun to watch. I get frustrated at times because I want him to score more, But then all of a sudden, like think about the game against Golden State. You're like at halftime, you're like, oh really? You need to step up. And then all of a sudden,
12 points.
and then at the end of the game, he's got like 23. He's got a triple double again, and he pulled us apart from.
What's
Golden
frustrating with him is when he's wide open at the three, at the top of the key, where he's the best. And I don't have the stats for it, but he shoots the three the best from the top of the key.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's wide open and like he does his little pump fake and nobody's there, and I'm like, just shoot it.
Yeah.
Because like that's the if you're gonna shoot a three, that's where you shoot your threes from.
Mm-hmm.
So there are times where I get a little frustrated with him, but we're seeing things that people haven't seen in a long time happen for a center in basketball, and it's amazing.
Oh, I'm so pumped up.
I think what really makes me happy about Jokic right now is his fitness.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean that reverse dunk.
Oh, the reverse dunk.
Dunk.
Well, that I had that.
He reversed like he spins off the Wiseman.
A very athletic
thing.
big.
Yeah, and then oh man, I'm just like he's in shape.
Oh, so
we used to remember how like the last couple seasons prior to this one, he would start slow.
Yeah,
because he was out of shape.
He was watching SpongeBob.
He's
and
already
Yo-Hos.
back in shape, and they always talk about how he works out after every game. And so, hey man, Jokic's just taking care of his body, getting in shape. Look out!
He is the.
He's like hanging on the rim when he dunks now.
He is the MVP of the league right now.
Yeah,
and fight me if you have a disagreement with that. Right? He is the MVP of the league right now, and his athleticism, we've never seen anything like it at this point in time.
For him. Yeah.
No,
I'm not saying
athleticism, but it's different. It's a different thing for him to like actually like that spin move on Wiseman and that reverse quote unquote dunk.
Yeah,
was amazing, dude.
He touched the rim.
He touched the rim. Yeah, he touched
He's
the rim.
hanging on the rim when he dunks.
Yeah,
it's like he gets like two. He used to never dunk, and now he's getting like 2 or 3 dunks a game. So he's getting steals. He's the cookie monster.
Even if you aren't a Nuggets fan, you want to watch Jokic right now because you're watching basketball brilliance. Let me just throw that out there.
Tim Duncan's favorite player to watch in the NBA is Jokic.
Yeah. Oh, why
came
not?
out and said it. He goes, he's like, I'm a Spurs guy. I'll always watch my Spurs. But he goes, I love watching the Nuggets because I love watching Jokic play.
He's amazing.
And that's a compliment. That's a Hall of Famer.
He's such a good passer.
Oh God,
he is. But he also
reads things so well.
Jokic is 10 for 17 on shots to tie or take the lead in the final 10 seconds of a game. Nobody else in the NBA with 10 attempts is above 50% during his span.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
It's amazing. I mean, that includes some greats in the NBA in the final seconds making shots to tie and win that are not in there.
Oh yeah, so he is clutch. He's clutch. I wish at times he'd be more clutch. In the Nets game, there was a possession at the end of the game. We were down by 4. We needed a bucket. And
you gave it to Jamal.
And then it got all screwed up.
Him and Barton put themselves in bad situations.
It was a horrible offensive possession. And if Jokic had just taken control, maybe we have a chance to win that game down the stretch. And he didn't. So there's still moments like that where he needs a little bit of growth. But man, how could you knock this dude right now? He's we're watching basketball brilliance, and he's a nugget. He's a freaking nugget.
With him on the floor, the Denver Nuggets have a plus 8.7 net rating, which is the second in the league. When he's off the floor, that's a minus 20.
Wow, that's
look at that drop.
Yeah.
That shows you how well. Yes, he's great, and we're Nuggets fans, so we're biased. When we say he's great, that shows you his greatness, and that should show it to everybody else in the NBA.
Yeah,
and no, he's not easy to guard. Whoever said that last week.
Mitchell Robinson from the Knicks said he wasn't that hard guarding him.
Are you kidding me?
Maybe you're talking about when he stands at the top of the key and watches everybody.
He can do whatever he wants.
He's not hard to guard in the sense that you're not going to have to like work hard,
dribble face,
but
he's not going to out dribble you.
You're going to have to think hard. Like, I mean, he's not hard to guard one-on-one, but because he's not going to like beat you with speed, athleticism. Wiseman might.
I wouldn't want to have to guard him in the low post.
Oh, no one should want to,
or even the high post.
No, but the thing is, from an athleticism standpoint, he's not hard to guard. But from a basketball IQ, post-up game, stretch 3 game, the dude's hard to guard. I don't know where that guy's coming from. That makes no sense to me.
Dude's awesome.
Yeah.
Just the
Agreed.
non-athletic hate on Jokic. They don't think he's athletic enough. So whatever. Mitchell Robinson, you got schooled, bro.
Yeah.
He's
exactly.
quick. Like for a dude his size, he's quick in the low block when he does those pump fakes.
And
And he does
in the
those.
best shape
He comes
of
with
his
the
life.
up and under, and he does all these things. He does like when you watch him out
Smooth.
in the perimeter, it seems slow, but when you get him in the low block, those same moves are quick for a guy his size. They definitely don't think of him. I mean, he's better than people think he is.
Liz, we would love your thoughts on Nikola Jokic.
Well, I think that if he has consistent triple doubles, once you consider that he does have a high level of athleticism, he doesn't just score points, he doesn't just rebound, he's not just having steals. So
Versatile.
I'd actually rebuttal your comment about whether or not he's that athletic, because you have to be athletic to have those types of numbers on a consistent basis.
Sure. I'm with you.
I like it. I like the
Okay.
rebuttal.
I'll take that. I'll take it to the house.
I think that he lacks some like brute physicality,
Oh, definitely.
but like you said, he's sly. So he'll still beat you even if you think he's easy to guard. He'll still
Right.
score 26 points on you, even if you think you didn't have to put a lot of effort in. And
Right.
if the Nuggets win and your team loses, then he beat you.
Yeah, that was the point I was trying to make, is he doesn't need quote unquote athleticism because of his skill game. And that's why maybe perceivably he's easy to guard, because he's not a brute force. He's not super athletic, but he beats you in so many different ways.
I'm happy this year because they're putting him more on the low block where they
Yeah.
just go, all right, our offense is stalling. We're just going to post
him up.
entry.
Yep.
And then as long as we don't ball watch when there's a post entry, if you cut off of Jokic even in the post, you can be successful. But I like that they're giving him more post entries, particularly when there's bad matchups. They're just going to post entry to him, and then he's going to score or he's going to dish it out. And he always makes the right decision.
Yeah.
He always makes the right. Well,
he has a lot of turnovers.
Not
He
always.
has a lot of he's in the top 5 for turnovers to points ratio.
And that's a skewed stat because of how often he's running
has
the
the ball
offense.
all the
No, I know, but like
Yeah.
he does make stupid passes and he
Oh.
does make mistakes.
Especially like long ball passes when he's like just trying to
yeah,
like,
because
rush
we love
offense.
the water polo pass where
Yeah.
he catches the rebound and then tries to throw
He
it
tries to
out.
force it sometimes.
A couple of those have happened.
But I think we're all agreeing here that having him on our team right
It's
now
awesome.
is just an amazing thing. And we got to soak every minute
Oh.
in.
I'd be furious every time I played him if he was not a Nugget.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep. He's that guy. He's that guy. Before we talk the Nets game, which I'd like to get to, which happened on our dad's birthday, by
Yes.
the way.
Yeah.
Um,
Happy birthday, Bob.
I would like to do a segment. Nuggets superstitions. Feel free to comment, those who are watching, in the chat if you have a Nuggets superstition. What are some of the superstitions we have here in this room when it comes to Nuggets and the Nuggets games?
I am currently wearing a jersey that I've had since Allen Iverson played for the Nuggets.
Yep, the 3.
The 3. This is an Iverson old school mountain jersey, city line jersey. I've never washed this jersey.
Yes.
Because we had so many great times for the Nuggets while in this jersey. So this jersey has nacho cheese on it. It has some beer on it. It may have some Jaeger on it. I don't know. But I have yet to watch this jersey because I just feel like when I wear it, the Nuggets play well. I don't wear it often anymore because we're not going to games, but it used to be one of my go-to jerseys when we went to games. But I felt like it brought me good luck with this jersey right here.
Faux show. Liz, do you have Nuggets superstitions?
No, I do not have Nuggets superstitions, but I know
No.
all the ones that you guys do.
Liz puts up with our superstitions very well. She deserves recognition for
I
that.
tried to.
What's our most annoying Nuggets superstition?
The consumption of Jaeger.
Well, that's kind of gone to
Yeah,
the
you don't
wayside.
like the
Yeah.
smell you get.
Nope, it will come back.
It will. Well, if we make a championship run,
No, it always comes back during the playoffs.
Playoffs.
Well, we only took a shot after every quarter.
okay.
I
Do
think
you have a?
that,
do you have-
that was the Red Bull is what made us ridiculous.
yeah, not the
Yeah.
Do
Jaeger.
you? The other thing is well, I don't know if this is just a Nuggets thing for you, but you don't sit down to watch a game usually. You're
Yeah, he
always
can't sit
standing.
down.
Yeah,
No.
you can't sit down.
I'm on the same path now.
Yeah, I don't like to sit and
During
watch.
playoff games for sure.
I don't like to sit and watch any game Oh, geez. Oh, geez.
Oh, no.
1 second, everyone.
Oh, no.
That's why this was an issue.
Oh, this is
Close the
ginger
door,
ale.
Harper.
I know you couldn't find Sprite.
Sprite is in the closet.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties.
Should we pause it?
No, just keep talking.
No, you just keep talking.
Just keep talking
going.
and keep rolling with it. The ball's over here.
Yeah.
So you don't have any superstitions, Liz?
I think that I've worn this Matumbo jersey consistently. I don't really have that many superstitions. It doesn't look like it's working.
Will, do you have? any?
Yeah, a couple. When we go on a win streak, I wear the same jersey each game. Also, during these 3-1 playoff comebacks, we would always listen to SWV
Mhm.
in the third
Oh,
quarter.
you were listening to a bunch of.
Yeah, we don't want to we don't want to
That's
listen
right.
to TNT or ESPN, whoever it was, because you don't have altitude after that. So we would listen to SWV. I get so we lose all control, and it knocks me right off of my feet.
I forgot about the.
Can't explain. When you
I
love it,
get
makes me weak.
so weak in the knees.
So we would listen to
Hardly speak.
Dave and I would listen to SWV every third quarter.
I lose
on these
all
comebacks.
control. Something takes over me in my mind. You know, one of my favorite Nuggets traditions or superstition. You can't drive from Woodland Park or the camp on I-25 to go to a Nuggets game. You
Nope.
have to go the back
We
way.
have to go the back way.
And you can switch it up. You can go through Pine. You can go by the bar,
Bucksnort.
the Bucksnort.
Buck snort.
Or you
I
can,
loved stopping at the Bucksnort.
me
That
too.
place was great.
You can also go the route where Dad once built a house.
That's off.
There's three-
Bucksnort, isn't it?
No, there's another route where you go through the canyon, Buffalo.
That's right. You go past the old rundown gas station. It has a Calico sign. You take a right.
Right. But I love that one. And then there was a while there where we had to listen to Scarab.
We listened to a lot of
The
Scarab.
savvy traveler.
Yeah.
Habiter.
Great
I'm
concert.
rattling, dabbling, traveling to York.
Still can't throw my motherfucking hands up.
No, dude. No, dude. If you guys have ever been to hip hop concerts, they ask you to put your hands up way too often, and it
Well, can
gets
you pass the
difficult.
cooler?
Mm-hmm.
It got real
But I
difficult.
own a
with that-
Toyota Corolla.
But at that
A
Eli
throwdown
Grouch
and a rollover.
concert that we went to with Matt Miller,
Yeah, what great times.
by like the third person, I couldn't throw my hands up anymore. And like 2 hours later, Eli and the Grouch come out. They're like, "Put your fucking hands up." I was like, "I can't.
Can't.
My
My
hands
hands-
hurt. My shoulders
I
hurt.
can't hold them up anymore.
I can't do it anymore."
The last superstition / tradition that going to the Rio and meeting Sobek before games.
Oh,
Or always taking a shot at Brooklyn's before going
Yeah.
into the game.
Yep, all those good times, man.
Going to the bathroom in the gas station in the parking lot.
Yep. I will always, even to this day, on a Nuggets game day, will wear some sort of Nuggets thing, whether it's my socks, a shirt underneath my work shirt or sweatshirt or whatever I'm wearing. I will wear Nuggets gear on a
If
Nuggets
it's a
day.
bad loss, I won't wear that one for a while.
Yeah.
I do. I change my outfits. If we lose bad, I won't wear that same exact Nuggets
Or
shirt.
like during
with
the
hat
bubble,
or-
you just stopped coming over for those 2 games because every time we
Every
watched
time,
together,
every time all three of us were together, we lost.
we lost.
I took them for the team and missed hanging out with you guys, but look what we did in the bubble.
Yeah. A lot of good things in the bubble. Okay. Nets game. We've made it through one game this week. The Nets game. Happy birthday to our father. Turned 72.
Bob,
The night of the Nets game.
Looking good.
Dude, that's not going to be possible. I will not look as good as Dad at
as
72.
soon as his knee is healed, that dude's a beast for his age.
Mhm.
I mean, he's going all summer long. He was going on hikes. He was going to the Florissant fossil beds. He was going all over the place.
Playing golf.
Playing golf. I mean, that dude, for how old he is in great shape. His knee injury has kind of hijacks that a little bit. And when you're around him, you can kind of tell he's a little grumpier than he would be.
A little grumpy.
Oh man, that means super grumpy.
Yes, and he's a grumpy old man. There's been a few times because I work up at the camp. There's a few times I go up there and he's just in a real grumpy mood, and I'll just call him a grumpy old man, and and just be happy that I'm faster than he is because it takes me back to childhood. The look he gives me.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, we watched the Nets game on Dad's birthday. Happy birthday,
Awesome.
Father. Bol got his first start and actual
it.
meaningful minutes
Love
of the
it.
season. And what did you guys think? We can talk both Bol in the next game and Bol in the Golden State game. But Bol making a start in both of those games with Gary Harris out due to personal reasons. Just thoughts on Bol's effort, energy.
I like it. Like we were talking about before we came downstairs to the studio. Sorry. He's a little lost on offense at times unless he's shooting the ball, but he's not afraid to shoot the ball, which is good because you need that as well. But his length on the defensive end is where he's key. I've ragged on him for not being, a physical 7-foot guy, but his length even put Kevin Durant in a little bit of a.
It makes shots harder.
Yeah,
for everyone.
The dude has a wingspan of 7'4", and he's 7 foot. So
it's a huge human being.
he's long and lanky, and I think it's great, and I like it. And I like when we have him in and we do zone because his arms are so long. I think we're finally getting a chance to see Bol, which is great. I like it. I wonder what's going on in Gary's world, especially after the week he was having. He was having a hell of a week.
Yeah,
getting fired up on him.
Just when he was getting going, let's have to take him out.
He's
again.
probably been playing FIFA with MPJ.
Yeah, I think he's probably in a COVID situation. There were thoughts he was hanging out with Kyrie when we were in New York. I'm just throwing it out there, which would really disappoint me because, as you said, he was on a really good roll.
Three really good games in a row.
Yeah. Bol. Well,
it's really exciting to see him get minutes. I thought it was a smart decision going up against Kevin Durant. Durant doesn't see a guy who's 7 foot guarding him a lot because there's not a lot of people that can guard Kevin Durant. So, he had limited minutes those couple games because he's been in foul trouble because his inability to figure out how to move around screens. He's a little handsy, which got him in some trouble. But he's knocked down a couple threes coming off some screens and looked good and not hesitating and had that nice little post up reverse or fadeaway jumper that he nailed.
Jesus, Dave.
I think he could be, man, he just I know I've said this in several episodes. He just interests me.
yeah,
I would love to see him play more. And he can rebound. We need that. And I kind of like this. I know come the second half, they played Dozier more than him in the lineups and all that.
More JaMychal Green, honestly.
But it's nice seeing Bol get some minutes because I think he could be a big part of the team. Maybe not this year, but hopefully in future years.
I really liked what he did, Coach Malone, by throwing Bol out against Kevin Durant.
Threw everybody off.
I was just like, that's freaking brilliant, man. And you know what? Bol came out playing really hard against Durant that game defensively.
Yeah, I wanted to earn more minutes.
Yep. And I don't think we saw the same thing in the Golden State game. I think he was a little out of his element there. Not a matchup favorable to Bol. Bol seems like a wild card to me. Like when you picture Charlie in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Wild card,
yeah, when he's like, wild card, bitches. That's where I throw in Bol. I don't know if he's a consistent NBA threat, but he seems to be good enough and skilled enough to fit in these wild card situations. So you need someone lengthy to D up Durant. Throw him out there.
For a guy his size, I've been saying he's 7 foot. He's 7'2",
Mm-hmm.
and his wingspan is 7'8", not 7'4".
Right.
For a guy his size, the way he plays basketball is really interesting to see. His dad was 7'4", 7'5",
Mm-hmm.
probably the same amount of body weight, and played under the rim and blocked shots and just did sky hooks and hook shots. To see a guy that size play the way he plays, I think it's kind of interesting, and it shows you how the game's evolved.
Yes.
To where a man who's now 7 foot plus can play on the outside,
Mm-hmm.
and he can challenge shots on the outside. And so, like you both said, I'd like to see him play more. I think he's more going to end up being a specialist, like a guy you bring in to play defense for a few minutes, or a guy you bring in to get some shots off.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he could do good things for the Nuggets, and it's just a matter of finding those matchups and finding those games and the minutes to give him those. And he got them, and I felt like he did pretty well with his chance that he was given in the last 2 games.
Liz, do you like Bol?
Is that Dozier? I don't know who that is.
Bol
The
Bol.
Bulbul's the tall, skinny
Bull,
dude.
bull,
What's the last name?
Bol.
Bull.
Listen,
First name is Bull.
bull. Last name
is
bull. Bull.
Bulbul.
I'm sorry. I watch the kids while you watch the Nuggets games.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
Bulbul. I have a
You
new
want to be on Bros on Nugs?
segment
come
for
in.
us regarding
No,
Bulbul.
I'm just asking Dad.
Yeah. Come ask your dad.
Yeah,
Hold on.
what's up?
Emerson siding people.
Hey, Emerson, you want to be a part of this segment?
What's up, buddy?
Do you want to wave at the camera?
Yeah, what do you got? What you need?
What is it?
Can I play Among Us?
Yeah.
Oh, in a few minutes.
Go
Yeah.
get my phone.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna go ping it for you. Okay, go upstairs. You can go play Among Us.
Among Us is a fun game. I have a new segment.
Okay. Do you want me to finish my comment?
Oh,
Yes,
you
finish the
sorry,
comment.
yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know who Bulbul was.
It actually makes me think of something from listening to your previous episodes, and it's more of a segment question. But it sounds like the Nuggets put their money into development, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, versus spending the money up front on someone that is supposedly a guarantee.
Well, we're not a big market team, so we have
Right.
to develop
Right,
players.
Okay, so then I think it's hard though for us to continue to just have individuals that just fit a certain role at a certain time.
Mhm.
So if this, like, I like him. I think that he kind of plays with a little bit of heart. I still feel like he is trying to figure himself out on the court.
Mm.
But I'm glad that he's getting the minutes. I think that he could come into something, but it sounds like you're taking a gamble on whether or not he's really going to be something that the Nuggets need on a long-term basis.
Are you getting texts from Chris right now?
No. I'm trying to. I'm
She's
trying.
getting text from
I'm getting
somebody.
text-
Well, I mean, it's
Harper.
not really a gamble because financially
I'm getting text from
we're not
Harper.
risking anything. But
Yeah.
It's
I would say we really love our player development. So there's so many players that you're trying to develop, but maybe those are trade pieces eventually. And I hope Bull isn't a part of that. I hope we develop him, but
Okay.
I worry that we might trade him.
Well,
Probably will.
who do you trade? You have to get rid of one of two.
What's the segment?
Well, let me ask this question real
Okay.
quick. You got to get rid of one of two, MPJ or Bulbul. Who do you trade?
MPJ.
Well, at this point, MPJ, because the dude
That's
hasn't
true,
been
too.
playing. He hasn't been
Turn
playing.
on the sound.
yeah, buddy. You
Yeah.
got it.
I would
Turn around and
also
wave the camera.
say hi. Say hi,
It's
America.
a character thing.
Good job, buddy.
That's funny. We're 3 for 3. I'd rather trade MPJ and keep Bulbul as well.
Bol has proven
Yeah,
that
baby, hold on.
he wants to play basketball and he's part
Yeah,
of the team.
baby, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
MPJ is
There's your Among Us.
he's
good
a
luck.
ex-Missouri University of Missouri person,
Close it
Yeah.
up, please.
University
And,
of
I got
Missouri.
and I'm not
We're
high
playing
on
just
those
fine without
fellas.
him.
All right. I wanted to do a segment on Bulbul. It's called
Bull.
It's called Bulbul Gadget Arms. And it's
Yes.
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 I like it.
and it's where we reflect on your favorite Bulbul play that you witnessed. So I'll start. Bulbul Gadget Arms. He had a rebound last night where I was like, how did your arm go that far to grab the ball? Like, it was like he was next to the basket and the ball went to like the short corner. It didn't even touch the court. He grabbed it. That's Bulbul Gadget Arms. Does anyone else?
This was a bubble play. He got the rebound and he pulled a Jokic. Well, that like took 2 dribbles and then just slinged it with his long arms. Just a sweet pass, like baseball pass.
Yeah.
Because he's so huge, he's so long.
Yeah.
Just watching him throw it.
Right.
It's fun watching him dunk too in the
Oh, yeah, it
the
is.
court.
Bulbul Gadget Arms. Tim, do you have
Uh,
a Bulbul Gadget Arms?
Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but someone tried to close out on him when he was shooting, and the guy's hand barely made it to his face, and there was like infinite space between the ball and the other guy, the defender's hand. It was just, I don't remember. It's probably every time he shoots it, to be honest, because he's got such a wingspan. But I just was like, holy crap!
Yeah.
Or that rejection. What was that against Philly?
Oh, yeah, the two-handed one. Where he's like, "Bop." Bulbul Gadget Arms. All right. The Nets game on Dad's birthday was amazing. No Gary Harris. Jamal, man. Is he injured?
Got elbow issues apparently, according to Coach Malone.
What, like tendonitis?
I don't know. I just know his elbow's been bothering him.
Well, that makes sense because his free throw shooting's been off. And if
It's the
you
worst in his career.
right,
Remember
ever.
how they would always talk about in Canada, if he missed a free throw, he'd have to do push-ups in the snow?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
He doesn't a lot of them. Maybe he needs to do more push-ups in the snow.
No, or maybe he has a legit injury, and that's part of the reason why we're not seeing the Jamal that we all wanted to see.
Either that or he's having more sex tapes with his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And his mind's just not in the season.
Thoughts, Liz?
Does he? You guys would know this better than me. Does he consistently start out the year kind of slow?
Yeah, I mean
He's inconsistent.
He's inconsistent.
The only thing that's consistent about Jamal is he's inconsistent.
Inconsistent. Yeah.
We're really hard on him, but
Yeah.
he has averaged 20 points this season.
I mean, he
Again.
had 3 40-point games in a row.
I don't know.
In
I
the
think you guys are
playoffs,
looking for
we
him to
need him.
step up as a leader, though. And so, if he is the Jamal from the playoffs, you're kind of expecting the
We're expecting more.
charismatic, passionate, enthusiastic individual who's just dealing with a nagging elbow injury. So, it's a downer.
It's a downer, but he has stepped up his defensive game, if you guys have paid attention to that. And he's under there fighting for rebounds too, which is
Got 9 rebounds last game.
yeah, like he's doing some good things. He's just not scoring, I think,
No.
at a clip.
He's not scoring at the level we anticipate him to do.
Right.
Well,
And whether that's
yeah.
an elbow injury or it's mental
He's not
or
attacking
whatever
the
it
rim.
is.
Or if it's his girlfriend.
Or if it's girlfriend. I mean, I don't know. The dude's going to figure it out. I was hard
I
on him
agree.
last week because I'm getting frustrated with the way he's going to play, the way he's been playing offensively, but he's going to figure it out. He's better when he attacks the basketball than shoots from the outside. And I feel like recently he's been reluctant to attack, so he's shooting from the outside, and that just hurts his confidence. No 360 layups, nothing like that. We need to see him. He's going to be okay. I've been hard on him during Bros on Nuggs, but I have confidence in that guy. I think he's going to be okay at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think out of anybody on the Nuggets roster, the bubble and how much he's in the minutes he's played has affected him more than anybody.
Yeah.
Because while yes, Jokic does play a lot of minutes, he doesn't play at the pace and the speed of Murray, and always having to cut, always having to move. He's a guard. He's not the same position as Yoke, and he's just tired. I think he just looks tired, in my opinion, and maybe injured with the elbow.
As a professional athlete, though, you're paid millions of dollars. Do you think it's really fair to just say that you're tired? Like
I posed the same question
Mhm.
a couple weeks ago. I hear you.
That's sorry, I want to repeat it.
No, you're fine with
You're
repeating
good.
it. I think it's a reasonable thing to say, but I at times I just see him disinterested in.
Well, isn't that a
I
really
want him-
interesting
I
aspect
want him
about
to-
sports in general, though?
I think
about
and
this
it-
season,
yeah.
how is the late bubble season affecting teams? Because the Lakers are still atop the West.
Well, it's really interesting stat that TNT put up. Like we only had 90 something days.
And they had like
Or 80.
220
I
something.
think we were like 80 something.
Yeah, and then they had 220
something days.
days. Yeah. So
But the Lakers are doing fine.
and LeBron, who's older than him, is looking great.
Okay, I didn't
Well,
want to
it's
go on
easy,
this tangent.
it's easy when the refs love you so
I
much that
think
you
we've
can
done
do
this
what you want,
tangent
dude.
like a couple episodes, but yeah.
No, I have a new tangent. Sorry, Tim. You go ahead.
No. You do your thing.
There it is. Okay.
That's funny, though. That could happen.
Mhm.
Don't worry, we have one viewer. Is that what we have?
He's a freak of nature.
We had
LeBron's a
four.
freak of nature, athletically. I like what he does off the court.
Sorry, it was a bad
I like
tangent.
what he does off the court. I hate him on the court because he's never played for my team,
Yeah.
and I think the NBA has given him too much love from the day he walked into the league at 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Crowned himself King James. That's always bothered me. Now, if other people would have given him that nickname, that's something different. But I like what he's done for his community in Akron and the things that he stands for off the court.
Yeah.
Yeah. he's
Pisses me off beyond belief on the court, and just how cocky he is and arrogant. And but that's all on the court. He does great things with his money. He gives back to the community. So
So you're not willing to say he's a steroid user?
I would not not say he's a steroid user.
And he's giving,
He's doing something. Him and Tom Brady, to me, are both anomalies.
Like the fountain
Like,
of youth
why
type of stuff.
Cryotherapy.
are they staying so? Why are they playing at such a high level at such an old age?
Take care of their bodies, man.
More
Take
to
care of
it.
their bodies.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds took care of his body.
Yeah, he did. He grew his head. No, Barry Bonds legitimately never weighed in over 200 pounds in his career. And then 1 year at spring training, he was over 200 pounds and had grown an inch. And his hat size went up. And then he hit a bunch of home runs. So you tell me what Barry Bonds did. I don't know. Sports Illustrated had a whole article on it, and they showed a picture of Barry Bonds at spring training throughout his career.
Yeah.
And he was always like 6 foot, 100 and something pounds. 1 year he showed up, he was 6'2", 230. And his hat size had gotten bigger.
He was just doing what everyone else was doing, including Todd Helton.
Well, what's sad is while he may not have been the home run king, if you will,
Mhm.
Barry Bonds was a Hall of Fame player.
Oh, easy.
Easy.
Even before.
Cheating.
Yep.
So now by cheating, he's tainted his own career.
Mhm.
But we can talk more baseball on Bros on Rocks.
Bros on Rocks.
Another time.
Another time. Sorry. But
It's okay.
It's good to talk baseball.
Yeah,
It feels
Spring training is coming.
Well, he did say steroids, so how can you not talk about steroids?
Sorry,
Not
I'm
much
just
Barry
a
Bonds.
firm believer that LeBron James has been taking steroids
Yeah.
since the age of like 15,
In Russia.
and that he has now shared his connect, whatever that connect is, with Anthony Davis, who has also grown
Him and Rich Paul.
exponentially.
Rich
Yeah,
Paul, like, hey,
Has his
Talk to my boy.
eyebrow changed? Does that
No, he
affect
insured
steroids?
Anthony Davis is
Yes.
He insured his unibrow.
Is it like more?
probably.
Because like, doesn't steroids affect the hair growth?
Well, I don't know.
Mm.
You're in
You
the
really-
medical field out of all of us.
I
Yeah,
don't know much
come
about
on.
steroids. I really
give
don't.
us some
We're
insight.
going to bring you
Yeah,
in
I
for
know.
injuries because you're our medical insight.
Nope.
All right.
Good luck, big guy.
Yeah, I hope everything comes out all right.
We're doing great.
Okay,
Are we
Tim,
going to do fundamentals?
we are going to do fundamentals. Why don't we do it right now?
Yeah, because there's only graphs in here.
Yeah, fundamentals. I have one.
So do I.
Okay. Fundamentals. Meet your pass. All right.
Yes! That wasn't mine, but I like it.
Okay. When you're a perimeter offensive player and someone passes you the ball, hopefully they're communicating by saying, Barton. Right?
We'll have to have to do
Yeah.
it. But I think I heard our audience laugh at us.
But if you are a perimeter offensive player and someone passes you the ball, go meet the pass.
Yes.
There are a couple turnovers that Jamal Murray has had because his teammates are not meeting his pass, and that is my fundamental.
That's a good one. The one I noticed this week was fill the lane.
Okay,
On fast breaks, fill the lane.
Yeah,
There were multiple times this week. It happened a couple times in each game where we had 4 people on one half of the court and one guy overall by himself.
yeah.
So you got to fill your lane. You're professionals. That's something you get taught
Run to the rim.
in Pee Wee.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, there's a guy there, spread out. Oh, there's 2 guys there. You know what I mean?
Pee-wee basketball.
What is it? YAA?
Yeah. What?
Park and Rec.
YMCA.
Park and Rec. We
All
play
right.
Park and Rec.
Yeah.
It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
But my fundamental is fill your lane.
Liz, do you have a fundamental?
I'm sure you guys have discussed it because I think that our rebounding is atrocious.
Yes.
And this comes from my father, who is an exceptional boxer outer.
John Davis.
You need a box out. Like
Those them
the
elbows.
the rebounding is bad.
Mhm.
And
He's got bony elbows, and he gets them in your ribs.
yep, a big like butt right into your thigh.
Boom, and then oh yeah.
Mhm. And I think we need a little bit more fundamentals or whatever.
Fundamentals.
Fundamentals when it comes to boxing out.
Do you have any fundamental you'd like to talk about?
Fundamentals. I would say
Mine was meet your pass. Tim's was fill the lane. Liz's was box out.
box out. I would say I already talked communication in the first fundamentals.
You also did boxing out.
Yeah,
See,
I
you
did.
talked about
I
the meat,
did.
right?
I did do
Because we
boxing
know.
out. We
Yeah.
You
okay.
too.
help defense. Help defense. I know, in particularly in the NBA, there's not a lot of help defense. No one wants to get in front of someone who's going to dunk in their face.
It's the one
So-
league where you need help defense. You need help defense in the NBA.
Timeout. It's timeout with Tub Tub. Go.
You know, we had a decent week, so I'm not that angry about that. You know what really got my knickers in a twist this week?
Boy, I like it. Knickers in a twist.
Good job.
Yes.
It's how much Hollywood it has nothing to do with basketball. They remake too many damn movies. They're remaking Walker, Texas Ranger. How do you do that without Chuck Norris? I mean, Chuck Norris is Walker, the Texas Ranger, and now you're going to bring in some young dude who nobody knows anything. Dave and I saw an episode of Walker being
Can't
made.
even do a roundhouse.
It changes your life when you see Walker, Texas Ranger with Chuck Norris being filmed live. Changed my life. I was 5, 6 years old. I remember that, seeing Chuck walk out of that bar 6 or 7 times. It took several takes.
At the Stockyards?
Yeah, the Stockyards, Dallas-Fort Worth. But honestly, Hollywood, figure your crap out. It's time to make up your own stuff. Stop ruining my childhood by remaking stuff. This goes deep. Disney, screw you for screwing up Star Wars. You destroyed a generation of human beings' childhood by deciding to make new Star Wars movies. They're terrible. They're terrible.
Mandalorian's pretty good.
I haven't watched Mandalorian because they lost me on the Star Wars movies. The Last Jedi, I watched it with you guys. I got shushed for talking about leaving because it was that crappy. So please, Hollywood, stop ruining our generation's childhood and come up with something new. And if you can't, shame on you. You guys suck.
Let's time out with Tim.
That's the best one we've got.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I know it had nothing to do with Nuggets, but that's what really ended me
Time out with Tim.
this last week.
Got it.
Got it.
My fundamental is help defense. I'm gonna reiterate. But yeah, I digress.
I'm not overreacting. You're overreacting. I'm not overreacting. You're overreacting. Liz, what should we overreact about when it comes to the Nuggets right now, or not overreact about?
I don't think that we should overreact. So I'm not about
So
that.
she's not overreacting.
I'm not overreacting.
But you're gonna overreact.
No, but and here's why. It's because I believe in Mike Malone. And I believe in the culture that he's built, so that even though we have the gaps that you guys have discussed in previous episodes, missing Torrey Craig, Malik Beasley, and Grant or whatever, I think that I trust Mike Malone, and I think that we're gonna pull it out. And then I think if we can still get a decent seed in the playoffs, because it's a long season, that's when we need Jamal. And that's when we need Jokic to really show up. And I think it would be similar to next season, except with a different result. We're going to the finals. So I believe in Mike Malone.
Hot take.
Going to the finals. Oh, man.
If we make it to the finals, it's a championship.
I believe that the
we could
Nuggets could have beat Miami.
We could beat any team in the East.
Yeah.
Yes, I really think
we could have
you guys
Miami.
have talked about El Guapos, and I apologize I missed that episode, but I believe that the Lakers are now El Guapo, no longer San Antonio. Or Portland.
Well, it went from Lakers
gonna be
to
the
San
Lakers.
Antonio.
I'm with
And
you.
I think if we make it, we'll see the Lakers again.
That's great. That's a great. I'm not overreacting. You're overreacting. Will, I'm not overreacting.
I'm not overreacting. You're overreacting. This team's better without MPJ. I think that there's probably just the way he acts in the locker room and certain things where he just probably just doesn't fit Nuggets culture, and that he would actually be better and still probably be a really great player somewhere else.
Mm.
And I think we should trade him and get some other defensive depth. And we'll probably regret saying this because he'll probably be an all-star and a great player and maybe figure it out. But I think the team is better without him.
Tim, I'm not overreacting. You're overreacting.
I don't know. I was trying to look up what our record was with MPJ versus not with MPJ.
The net rating's bad.
We're better without him.
Well, we're definitely better without him. We've won a lot of games with him. I'm not overreacting. You're overreacting. I don't think I have one this week.
We have one every week.
No, we
Tim.
already had one.
What's that? What
It
was
was
it?
the Tim timeout.
Oh no, that's another segment. Time Out with Tim is a different segment.
I'm not overreacting. You're
Hey,
overreacting.
buddy, what's up?
Bulls defense on Durant was
Okay,
awesome.
we just have to start it over.
It was.
Emerson's got
And-
I'm not reacting. You're
Yeah,
overreacting.
Emerson-
It's
Emerson
the sound.
overreacts for everything. I'm an uncle.
Good, not reacting.
All right.
Uh,
I'm not
No.
overreacting. You're. Oh, sorry.
no, you go ahead.
Okay. I'm not overreacting. You're overreacting. Nikola Jokic is the greatest NBA player of all time.
Well,
He's better than Jordan. He's
Well,
better than LeBron.
At the end of the day, well, I'll give you this right now. At this point in his career, he is better than LeBron was at this point in his career. I hate LeBron. Michael Jordan, I mean, you got to think about – here's the thing. Think about the players you think are the greatest. They're players at their position that do things at their position that people haven't done, or they're doing it at a level that people haven't done it at. So Jokic will go down as – I will agree with you, Dave. He will go down as one of the greatest players, and he will go down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, center of all time.
Mm-hmm.
don't you have to win a championship though?
We will.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you do. It helps things, but I mean, Karl Malone, John Stockton, they never won one. They got there. They never
Well,
won.
they're
one.
considered one of the best.
But they're considered some of the best.
Yeah.
I mean, different sport, but Dan Marino is considered one of the best at his
He
position
never
ever.
won it.
Never won one. I mean, the thing is those people I just mentioned all played for a championship.
Yeah.
So Jokic needs to play for a championship.
We'll get there, man. I have a lot of faith that we will get there. Do you guys, would you prefer to talk the Golden State game right now or do our last segment?
Dave, we can do
We
whatever.
can do a quick Golden State recap.
All right, Golden State recap real quick. Bobo starts again. Gary Harris out again. I'm worried Gary Harris has COVID. Seems like personal reasons is the new excuse in the NBA for COVID. When they throw it out there, like that person missed a game for personal
Him
reasons.
and Kyrie.
I think I'd heard rumors that he was hanging out with Kyrie in New York, and that makes me nervous. The Golden State game made me so happy. And the biggest reason it made me happy was while Golden State stayed in the game, sort of, kind of,
They got close.
we never really let them take control. And we never really let Steph Curry take control.
Scored 35 points.
And Steve Kerr, by the way, in an interesting management move, had Steph Curry out at a really important part of the beginning of the fourth quarter, where if he really wanted to win the game, you would probably have Steph Curry in. So I'm not convinced that Golden State wants to win this year, and that must really suck for Steph Curry. But the point is, the Nuggets played well. They didn't let the Golden State really in the game at any point in time. We kept our separation, which was weird for us because we usually have that down like second quarter, third quarter. But they kept that separation, and I thought they dominated the game throughout. I was pumped.
I think that was our most complete game.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have our El Guapo quarter. We still played well. Like you said, Golden State kept getting in there, but we would pull away.
Mm-hmm.
Curry scored 35. There's nothing you can do with Curry when he's shooting 30-something foot three-pointers.
Yeah.
He also had 11 rebounds.
And the refs giving him an and one on that.
When he kicked his legs
When
out.
he kicks his
I was
legs out.
so mad.
Oh,
That's
dude.
that's bias. That's part of when we come
And
back.
we
to the
challenged
episode
and
with
still
Chris.
lost.
And then
That's so-
Jamal didn't get that call on the
No,
difference.
but the thing is when I was talking about manipulation, when Chris was here and he says it doesn't exist anymore, that right there is proof that there is manipulation for certain players in the league.
Oh, Steph Curry kicked his leg backwards.
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 And sat on his butt.
It's one thing to kick
Wait.
it.
But you're in front of
Sorry.
him, and
He's
you don't let him
backwards.
land. But you don't let him land. But you didn't let him land.
Right.
When he kicked his leg. No, the thing is that was our most, if you ask me, that was our most complete game offensively and defensively
Mhm.
so far this season. We worried really early in the season about our team completely, but that showed me there that we're coming around. 12 games into the season, I think we're in a good spot. We're going to get on a big winning streak here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, dude.
You're going to see right now in the West, even though we're like the 10th team, we're only 3 or 4 games behind the
First.
Lakers.
Yeah, exactly.
So that shows you how tight the West is early. The West is going to end up being that tight. where a win here and there is going to become crucial. Early season woes are over. We're 12 games in. I was giving us the first 10 games before I panicked. 12 games in, I think we're right where we need to be, considering how the season's gone for us. To be 6-6 right now is great. I think we should be better than that. We can only lose 4 more games. Otherwise, my prediction's wrong on our record. So, I don't know.
Liz, you got to watch some of that Golden State game. What'd you think?
Not that much.
You think that
I
much?
really
You didn't
didn't-
think that much, or you didn't get to watch?
No,
that
I
much?
didn't get to watch that much.
Oh,
I really didn't feel like I watched much of that game. I
well,
guess
you sat on the couch with me while we were watching.
Oh,
I guess I was surprised that Golden State wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Do we have
Um,
another segment, Dave?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And so then I really don't have much to say, but other than I had to take care of the kids while you were watching it.
Oh, come on.
Liz? Who's your
Well-
favorite Nugget currently?
Like my favorite nugget right now.
Yes.
Don't try to get this out of her too early.
I'm just trying to figure out who
oh
your favorite Nugget
we've
is.
already been talking for an hour and 15
It's okay,
minutes,
this is
man.
fun. Who's your favorite Nugget right now?
No, don't say, because we have a segment coming up.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Don't ignore me.
No, I'm not. Golden State.
Don't ignore Bell.
How can we ignore you, man? Your
Well, the Golden
thoughts? Yeah.
Not just Golden State, but I want to talk about JaMychal Green.
Oh man, how freaking awesome is he?
He is second in the league behind Steph Curry in 3-point percentage.
Wow. What a
He's dropping 50%, 50.8 if you want to be
Are you
exact.
kidding me?
Yep. And Jokic said, I want to play with him for the rest of my career. So I think we found a replacement for Millsap in future seasons. And he's having a little resurgence with us, and he brings toughness.
Oh my god. Hey, do you see how hard he works on the
Yeah.
rebounding? Like,
He's starting to figure out playing with Jokic, so he
Yep.
cuts.
yeah.
And he's been knocking down, and he's been able to figure out playing with Campazzo
Mhm.
in the second unit. So he has really been that driving force in the second unit that we need. And then they've been obviously playing him late because he is better than Millsap.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we can talk
More,
about
more,
if you play
more,
Millsap
more effort, I think.
I mean, he can't guard wings like Grant could,
No.
but overall, what a great pickup.
Oh man.
And I think my next jersey might be a JaMychal Green jersey if we
Oh.
get to keep him for a few more years. So,
Well, that's serious.
man, I'm pretty excited
That's a
about
commitment.
that.
That is commitment.
That's a commitment.
So, pretty happy about watching JaMychal Green play great for the Nuggets, and they need that. They need that veteran leadership when next year, whatever we do with Paul Millsap. So, I'm pretty happy about JaMychal Green and just that game in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to see when we decide to cut
Right.
for Jokic, how our offense suddenly plays better. When we want to ball watch and just give the ball to Jokic and expect him to do this thing, yeah, he could score, but like PJ Dozier started cutting.
Mm-hmm.
JaMychal Green was cutting. Those guys started cutting around him, and then look what happened. We went on a run.
Mm-hmm.
So I know this was actually one of Jokic's worst shooting performances of the season from 3-point line.
Oh, you didn't. Yeah,
But
you didn't make one.
I mean, Barton started like when you cut with Jokic,
Mhm.
you score.
Mhm.
So it was good. It was good seeing that. The
Good team,
the defensive consistency, like Tim said, that was throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
Was good. Like I was just waiting for that third quarter lull,
It didn't happen.
and it happened on the first couple minutes, and then they picked it right back up. So that's good to see. Big win. Not a huge win, but
It was a good
hey,
team win.
Yeah.
we're playing the Jazz tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is going to be a big test because we need to win our divisional games.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we beat Minnesota twice.
Mhm.
I love the Jazz Nuggets matchups.
Oh, they're so fun right
So
now.
excited for tomorrow night.
Because they are they're both like basically in the same spot. They're not too far from one another.
I was just gonna say seven Nuggets scored in double figures last
That's
game,
cool.
which is awesome. On a different note, does the Yusuf Nurkic injury hurt or help the Nuggets when we play Portland?
Helps the Nuggets. Anytime.
Does that mean more Enes Kanter? So
That
you
means
probably
more
say,
Enes Kanter.
Oh,
So what
you
I'm
would probably
saying,
you would
forgot
probably
he
say,
likes
yeah,
Enes
he-
no, but what I'm saying is we've proven that Jokic can take Nurkic.
Yes.
We've
kicks
proven
his
that.
ass.
It has not been proven yet that Jokic
And
can take
Whiteside.
Ennis.
Yeah.
Ennis
But-
Kanter is one of those big physical guys that gets in Jokic's mind. So I kind of think in division that injury is going to end up helping Portland because of the way Enes Kanter plays against the Nuggets, because he was a Nuggets killer in that playoff series 2 years ago.
No, I know that I get the Enes Kanter thing. What really gets to Jokic is when you can throw multiple bigs at him who can be physical with him. And if you're Portland, you just lost one of those options. So now instead of having
the last 2 times we've played Portland, I mean, granted it was preseason.
yeah.
I mean, Jokic didn't care anything about Nurkic.
No,
He destroyed
He
Nurkic.
destroys Nurkic, but Nurkic is a big body that goes up against him, and now you're done
I guess
with that.
I'm still bitter over how well Enes Kanter played against us
Yes.
in Game 7
Yeah.
2 years ago in the playoffs.
Right.
And so that sticks with me. So I think that's might spice things up a bit.
We're gonna crush.
Spicy.
We're gonna crush them, man.
Crush.
One
They're tough
last
out.
segment here before we end our great episode 6. Which nugget would Liz leave Dave for? Tim,
Jamal Murray.
just because of the Instagram post?
Mhm.
Really?
She did not shake her head no.
Okay.
I'm waiting for everyone.
You're going with Jamal Murray.
I'm waiting for everybody.
When you asked me this question upstairs, Jamal Murray was the first name that popped in my head.
Oh my God, Jamal Murray. All right, fine. You?
Monte Morris.
Oh, I hope. Liz?
Dave, who's she leaving?
Yeah. Who forgot?
Jokic.
I'd be cool with Monte Morris because he's a team player. And seems like a good dude. I'd be cool with Paul Millsap because he seems like a nice guy.
Jokic?
Not Jokic, no. Better not be. What is it, Liz? Who would you leave me for on the Nuggets team?
Tim's right. It's Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray?
She
Because
saw his Instagram page. She saw
no, I
his
haven't.
Pornhub stuff.
No.
Yeah.
She saw his penis.
No.
She saw his penis.
No, it's not. No, you better put a PG-13 rating on this.
It's explicit.
Oh,
Don't worry. Except live. It's not.
Yes.
It's because I think Millsap is actually too much like you, Dave. If I was to leave you, if I was to leave you for a nugget, I would need to go complete
She wants to go
opposite
Canadian.
with somebody who's cocky, kind of
She wants to eat
ridiculous,
at Hortons.
and over the top. So I would need the first person I thought of when you asked me that question when we were watching the Golden State game. My
Yeah.
first thought was Jamal Murray, and then was Millsap. So
Okay.
it would be Jamal
Yes.
first.
Big old
Jamal
Maybe she
Murray.
wants to go to Canada and eat donuts. I mean, I don't know.
Yep.
Okay, true. At least
Martin
there's the
Kitchener.
At least there's the
Martin's got the Kitchener
Canadian.
flavor.
There's the Canadian piece there.
It's all about the blue arrow.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Good one.
Yes,
Liz.
you asked.
You did.
Remind me not to do this segment again.
Yeah, well, never again.
I would leave myself for Monte Morris.
I thought I was gonna nail it with Monte. I was
Yeah,
like,
me
I
too.
thought I knew my sister.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay.
It's
Good
Jamal,
stuff, guys.
He'd take care of you.
Jamal.
He'd rub your back.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. He'd make sure that you were happy
Give you
all the
soup if you were
time.
sick.
Yeah. Exactly.
Jamal's-
Jamal's Canadian.
Jamal-
Who's nicer than a Canadian? I once spilt a drink on a plane. I spilt a drink on the plane in the lap of a Canadian, and they apologized to me because they felt bad that I spilt my drink.
Yeah.
My
At least
drink
he's
was in there.
Canadian, man.
He's Canadian. He's nice. This
Yeah.
is Luna.
Oh, Luna.
Guys, guys, I really enjoyed filming this with you guys
Good
today.
episode.
Liz,
Thanks,
man.
thank you for
Thanks
joining
for having
us.
me, you guys. It was awesome. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're amazing,
Cool.
and we love you all. Okay, peace out.
Bye, everybody.
Bros on Nuggs, Nuggs, Nuggs.
Bros on Nuggs.
You can go.